Hi everybody, welcome to our video. Today we are going to explore the key sections of the importance of mangroves as a keystone species. We will be looking into the following points of the importance of mangroves in its ecosystem, the consequences of removing mangroves from the ecosystem, human impacts on mangrove forest, and organizations that are helping to protect mangroves. But before we get into all of that, what are mangroves? Well, mangroves are shrubs that grow in coastal saline and brackish waters with the scientific name of rhizophora. They are salt-tolerant trees that are adapted to life in harsh coastal conditions with a low oxygen environment. They have complex salt filtration and a complex root system that helps them cope with the saltwater immersions and wave action. The importance of mangroves in its ecosystem. Mangroves are an example of species with a profound significance to the intricate functions of an ecosystem. They provide coastal protection from erosion, wave movements, and maintain a stabilized coastline. The root systems of mangroves contribute to the trapping of sediments which flow down rivers and onto land masses. Mangroves maintain water quality, filter pollutants, and trap sediments originating from land. Mangrove forests are home to a wide abundance of organisms such as birds, crabs, and fishes. These organisms living within the mangroves forms an ecosystem in which they rely on the shelter provided by the shrubs. The mangroves act as a nursing ground for fish larvae and premature organisms, thus enhancing the survival rate of these species and sustaining the balance of food webs. The consequences of removing mangroves from the ecosystem. If there are no mangrove forests, then the sea will have no meaning. It is like having a tree with no roots, for the mangroves are the roots of the sea. Mangrove forests provide breeding and feeding grounds for fish, prawns, birds, and some mammals. Since mangroves form the base of an important food chain, the removal of them will cause numerous species to lose their habitat, leading to a decrease in population. Losing mangroves means that the shoreline will be more exposed to hurricanes, erosions, floods, and tsunamis. An immediate consequence of the removal of mangroves is that the water quality would deplete. Not only will biodiversity be reduced, the removal of mangroves will have an impact on the world on a global scale. Mangroves are considered the lungs of the earth as they absorb carbon dioxide in huge quantities, where the removal of them will lead to an increase in the emission of carbon dioxide. According to Carbon Brief, the current clearing of mangroves has resulted in an increase of 24 million tons of carbon dioxide. That's equivalent to the annual emission of Myanmar. What are human impacts on mangroves? The human impacts on the mangroves ecosystem consist of habitat destruction. Activities such as the harvesting of timber, on-site constructions, and pollutants results in detrimental consequences affecting not only mangroves themselves, but the wide abundance of organisms who reside within them. The introduction of foreign chemicals from runoffs and pollutants such as oil smother mangrove roots, thus killing them. What are some organizations which help conserve mangroves? Some of the organizations that contribute in the protection of mangroves are Mangrove Watch and the Global Mangrove Alliance. Mangrove Watch is a non-profit organization that focuses on the research, education, and conservation of mangroves. As for the Global Mangrove Alliance, they are currently in partnership with World Wildlife Fund and the Mangroves Action Project, aiming to restore 800,000 hectares of mangroves in over 60 nations. An example of this is a restoration campaign in Thailand, built to restore mangroves in abandoned shrimp ponds with the help of local communities in order to restore the mangrove forest back to the state it once was. They also formed an apiculture group in the area that uses bees to assist in the pollination of some mangrove species. Therefore, mangroves are an essential species to Earth. The survival and prolongation of mangroves rely on how we humans contribute to the protection of them. So please, protect the mangroves.